ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Curitiba, Brazil. Let's set it up for our next fight. Carlos Kramer to kick it off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll welcome our next fighter into the cage. He is from Mexico. Give it up for Cristian Quinonez.
And here we go. Fight number 2 underway. It is Cristian Quinonez, a very, very tough fighter out of Mexico. We saw him at Brave number 2 with a fantastic performance, and now he looks to follow that up here at Brave 3. Cristian Quinonez bringing the fire here in Mexico, representing. Yes. We have a bunch of Mexican fighters on this card, actually.
Quite a bit. I think they're all from Tijuana, believe it or not, and here it says he's the #1 ranked bantamweight in Mexico, so he's going to be coming with some experience.
Well, yeah, you're getting the best of the best here, and you take a look at his record right now. 4 wins in a row. His most recent win was that TKO win by punches, round 2. That was at Brave 2 Dynasty in Bahrain back in December. Before that, he had wins over Matias Vasquez, Agustin Alamillo, and Willie Martinez. So looking to go 5 in a row here. And very young, very talented, has a little bit of a character to him. 7-1 right now. So Cristian Quinonez, this guy, sky is the limit for his talent.
20 years old, he's definitely a prospect to watch.
Oh yeah, 7-1 at 20, it's pretty impressive. Let's get our next competitor inside the cage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome his opponent into the cage. Fighting out of the red corner, in Curitiba, Brazil, give it up for Cristiano Souza.
And now we take it right back to Curitiba, 25-year-old Cristiano Souza, 6-1, fighting out of Curitiba. So the crowd losing their mind once again. And here we go, Souza, man. This is another tough competitor. This is going to be a great matchup. 6-1 versus 7-1. Doesn't get much better. One of those ones has to go, right?
Yeah, 2 young guys, man, really want it. One of the ones got to go. Who's it going to be? Souza, Curitiba's son. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. Really quite amazing how many fantastic fighters come out of Curitiba and how many great fight camps they have here. And most people think, they think of Brazil, they think Sao Paulo, they think Rio, but Curitiba is kind of that gem out there that if you talk to anybody from Sao Paulo, anyone from Rio, they say Curitiba is the spot, man. You don't quite have that urban-esque thing that you see with Sao Paulo and Rio. It's kind of like a little paradise here in Curitiba.
I'll tell you, I'm definitely enjoying it out here, and you know, with the likes of Anderson Silva, Vanderlei Silva, I mean, legends come from Curitiba.
No, 100%, 100%. Cristiano Souza looking to make it 7-1, looking to get that next win on his record. Folks, it's a packed house here in Curitiba. We're actually right outside Curitiba in DeMarco. And the entire fight week has been tremendous, from the open workouts to the weigh-ins, and such great hospitality and great response here from the Brazilian fans.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a great response from just a good energy all week from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look at the record of Cristiano Souza, they call him Pequeño. Last fight was a loss to Rogerio Boterin, who we're going actually to see on this card. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, though. It's 5 years. The elder is Souza. Shouldn't make a difference. Still in his prime. Brazil versus Mexico. One of the ones has to go. Let's send it up to Carlos Kramer to get it going.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the second bout of the evening. This battle will be in the bantamweight division in 3 5-minute rounds. Let me introduce you first, our first fighter. Fighting out of the blue corner, he's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and only 1 loss. He stands 1.73 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.5 kilograms. Fighting out of Mexico, give it up for Cristian Quinonez. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and only 1 loss. He stands 1.67 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.5 kilograms. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil, give it up for Cristiano Souza. Your referee is Fernando Portela.
What a matchup. It's going down, and these two fighters are pacing, ready to go to war inside this brave cage. And here we go, action underway, round 1 underway. In the all red is Cristian Quinonez, in the black and red, Cristiano Souza.
Let's see if Quinonez uses that length and keeps him at bay with that jab.
In his last fight at Brave 2, he was able to use that jab and able to use that range, and he's going to have that chance once again. Right now, circling on the outside and really putting that jab out there, nice and crisp.
Yeah, that's ideal. If you're the taller fighter, definitely get that jab in the face.
And it doesn't happen often enough. So many times you want him to use the jab, but usually the opponent's so quick to close, it's hard to get it in there.
Agreed. Souza needs to get inside.
Nice combinations. Finishing up with the kicks, and he's closing distance. Can he put him on the ground? And he does, but quick to his feet is Quinonez.
Right back up.
Nice scramble there by Quinonez not to stay on the ground. Souza looking to get this thing to the mats.
Single. Nice, reverses it quickly, gets into the ground.
Now sitting in the guard is Cristian Quinonez, a Taillon, 20 years old. Has never won by submission and has never lost by submission. So he likes to keep things on the feet for the most part.
Let's see what he does with this top position.
Working the ground, able to stay in the guard, not really in any sort of danger at this point, but Souza is looking and is searching for an attempt.
Yeah, nice elbows from bottom. Those are tough to deal with, those elbows from bottom. You can't have your head down.
Now, when you take a look at the record of Souza, when you talk about being on the ground, this is a guy that has won by submission in 3 of his wins. So he is very, very comfortable on the ground. Quinonez may be a little bit smart to get this thing back to the feet or to employ some ground and pound here.
He's coming up, looking for his single of his own.
Looked like he was about to throw a nice elbow there, but went for the punch instead and just missed. Can wear you out there on the ground, Frankie.
Yes, it does, man. You go to the, we call them up downs. You go up and down, it definitely wears you down more than just staying either on the ground or totally on your feet.
Quinonez trying to set something up. Big swing and a miss by Souza.
Quinonez, every time they make contact, he's looking for the clinch, throwing those knees. Nice body to the leg kick by Souza.
Ooh, a nice elbow he snuck in there.
Elbow.
Sneaky elbow there by Cristiano Souza. The Curitiba fans clearly behind that man.
Up against the fence, it's always the battle. Whose back's going to get to the fence? And that's half the battle sometimes. You get his back to the fence, and the advantage is usually yours.
Nice positioning there by Quinonez. Fighting smart so far with just under 2 minutes to go here in round number 1. A lot to look forward to tonight, and he's gonna
with the guillotine choke.
He's gonna yank on that guillotine. Now we're looking at the positioning here. It looks like he might have something here. He has that arm trapped, and he has him up against the fence. But how much pressure is he putting on him right now, Frankie? It's really hard to tell from this angle.
Yes, it's hard to tell. It's his neck looks like his chin's touching his chest.
Nice defense by Quinonez.
And boom, right back to the fence.
Maybe a little problem there with the height disadvantage as well. Unable to really get that leverage for a standing guillotine.
You know, Quinonez seems to want to push the fight to the fence when you'd think he'd want to be out in the open with the long range he has. Keeps going for the single on the fence. The singles are hard to get in MMA. He should try to go from the single to the... Oh, nice spinning back elbow. Beautiful.
Love it. Savvy move there by Quinonez. Now going to the body. I'll tell you, Souza can close that distance real quickly, and a nice takedown attempt, but unable to secure it.
Good stuff by Souza.
Oh, but he just ate a big shot. Souza, though, not really fazed by that big punch. Excuse me, Quinonez.
Big swing there.
Man, those straight punches. You look at the length on the arms of Quinonez. Such a reach advantage here.
Bang, there goes that knee as soon as he comes to that clinch.
Great activity by Quinonez, and that's going to be the end of round number 1. Wow.
Great round. Action-packed. Seen a little bit of everything in that round.
Round 1 is up. We got more here. Brave number 3. Now they're going to take it into the corners here. So, yeah, how do you grade round number 1 here, Frankie? Quinonez seemed to be the more busy of the fighters, maybe a little bit more time in dominant position, but you know, Souza kept it pretty close.
Yeah, it was a very close round. Close round. Souza did some damage as well. They both were on top and both were on the bottom. So yeah, it's a pretty even round, that one.
Both men seem to be in pretty good condition as well. A lot of gas in the tank for these two, and not surprising at all considering the records that they have in the camps they come out of. Very, very conditioned for the fight. Quinonez is one of the guys that has been kind of handpicked by Brave to kind of be one of those bright, shining stars here. 20 years old and only 1 loss, 7 wins. This guy is on a fast track. Here's the replay.
Yeah, there's that knee, catches him with that.
You know, the power.
There's that spinning back elbow. Beautiful.
Yeah, you got to love the spinning back elbow. And here we go, round number 2 underway here at Brave 3, Quinonez and Souza. Two bantamweights battling it out here in front of this huge crowd here in Curitiba. Big fights on the card. You're going to see some veterans of the UFC. You're going to see some really high-level competitors here, especially as we get a little further down the card. And here we go.
He's got to get to that double leg. Up, locks his hands under the butt. Perfect.
Nice takedown by Quinonez.
Right back up by Souza.
Quinonez really showing us something, though, with the takedown skills, and has really committed to these takedown attempts.
Someone's bleeding. Someone's bleeding in there.
Indeed, we have a bleeder. Round 2 of this one, and there goes Quinonez. Would love to see him kind of separate and go for a little ground and pound here and try to do some damage.
Souza going for the leg. It's so dangerous sometimes to go underhook that leg. You leave your head wide open. I think it's Quinonez that's bleeding.
Oh, he's got to hold that arm.
Tough position with the fence right there.
Man, how quick did he snap that up, though? Quinonez, though, doing a great job at defending the submission. But just like that, Souza is right back to his feet. And here we go. Oh, nice shot there by Quinonez, starting to find that range on the jab. Folks, remember, we're being broadcasted in 33 countries from Asia, Latin America, USA, and, of course, the Middle East through OSN.
Oh, nice head kick. He just missed that one. There's another double leg to the finish, and Souza right back up.
Really impressed there by the takedowns by Quinonez. You would expect that he'd want to stay on the outside and strike, but he wants to bring this thing to the ground. However, when he does bring it to the ground, we haven't seen a whole lot of offense, no submission attempts, and really no ground and pound to speak of.
Souza's doing a good job of bouncing back up. But I tell you, going for the takedowns could open up his striking.
He swings with a big elbow and just misses. Oh, and a shot to the body. It almost looked like it has a pretty big effect there on Quinonez, and I think those body shots added up.
Another head kick, another body kick. Fans are really getting into this one.
You know, how often does the body go
Oh, to the
underutilized? And here we go.
Oh, that's it.
He crumbles him. Quinonez is
That's it.
down face first.
Wow.
Souza does it.
Impressive. Overhand right.
That is 2 for 2 for Curitiba. Wow.
Unbelievable. He went to the body with the kick, looked down, went to the head, finished up with an overhand
Well,
right.
that's how he set everything up. And like I was about to say is, you don't go to the body enough in MMA.
Yeah.
So often guys will ignore the body, but that was a perfect setup. Wow.
Boom. I think the head kick rocked him. Overhand put him away.
Oh, wow. Just a great show of offense. The height advantage did not matter in this one. Souza dropping Quinonez.
A tremendous fight from both guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. Give it up for these warriors. And we have a winner at 3 minutes and 10 seconds of the very second round. Your winner by knockout, Curitiba's own Cristiano Souza.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your second winner of the night, also from Curitiba, taking it home here in front of his hometown fans. Cristiano Souza now moves to 7-1, is on an incredible roll now, back in the win column. You can't do it any better than getting your first ever KO in professional competition. Very nice.